Good afternoon, everyone. I think the session is quite warmed up now. She is transferring a lot of energy through words, of course. And I'm a traveler, even though I'm working in a public sector. Whenever I get the opportunity, I travel. And wherever I travel, I take pictures. So I've been asked by Stuti to showcase Uttarakhand through some of the pictures. So here is an attempt to tell you something about Uttarakhand, to showcase Uttarakhand, whatever I have seen and wherever I have gone. I'll be starting with Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand's name is derived from the Sanskrit words Uttar, as you all know, north, and Khand means portion or part of the country. Uttarakhand name is nothing new. The name has been derived or is available in the Hindu scriptures as the combined region of Kedarkhand, present day Garhwal and Manaskhand, which is known as Kumaon. The mention of Uttarakhand is there in our ancient literature also. I would like to read one verse which says, Khanda Panch Himalayast Kathita Nepal Kurmanchalo Kedaroth Jaldharoth Ruchira Kashmir Sangyoantima. It says that there are 5 regions in Uttarakhand, which starting from Nepal, and the second is Kurmanchal, the third is Kedarkhand, also known as Garhwal, the fourth is Jalandhar, the hill areas of Jalandhar, which is presently known as Himachal, and the last is Kashmir. In Kedarkhand, Bhagwan Shiv, Lord Shiva, has also mentioned about the Garhwal Himalayas when he says, Puratano yatham vai tatha isthanamidam kila yatha shrishti kriyam cha maya vai brahma murtina sthit matraiva satatam par brahma jijishaya tadatimikam sthanam devanapi durlabam. In other words, I am the oldest, so is Kedarkhand, which is the oldest amongst the landforms. When I took the form of Brahma, the creator of universe, then this was the place where I started creating the universe. This place is also rarely available to the gods. So that's how I introduce the Uttarakhand and Uttarakhand Himalayas. Some background, the salient features of Uttarakhand. It is the 27th state of the Republic of India, created of 9th of November 2000. It is carved out of the state of Uttar Pradesh. The international boundaries touch with China and Nepal, and the Indian inland boundaries with Himachal and UP. The capital of the state is Dehradun, and the High Court is located in district Nainital. These are some of the salient features. Geographical area, 53,483 square kilometers. Let me tell you, this is only 2% of the area of the country. I am not going to read all this. You can just go through it. The map of Uttarakhand. There are 13 districts in the state. 7 districts form Garhwal and 6 districts form Kurmanchal or Kumaon. This is about the land use. Let me tell you that 65% of the area of Uttarakhand falls under the forest area. The cultivable land is agricultural land is only 26%, and 4% and 5% are the cultivable waste and non-agricultural land. The economy. The Uttarakhand state is the second fastest growing state in the country. Gross state domestic product, 13.7%. It doubled more than in the last couple of years. Contribution of the service sector to the GDP is over 50%. I think you can go through. I mean, it is you can just read it through, and I'm not going to read out everything. The major industries in the state are tourism and power, whereas the medicinal plants, herbal, and all these are also emerging as the main economic sectors. Traditionally, Uttarakhand is known to be culturally very rich. The languages spoken in the state are Garhwali, Kumauni, Jaunsari, and Bhoti. Dance forms, Langvi Nritya, Barda, Nati, Hudka Baul, Jhoda Chanchri, Jumela, Chufelo, and Cholia. These are the dance forms. Prominent local crafts, mainly the wooden craft, is used for decorating the homes, the traditional Uttarakhandi homes. The primary food is vegetables, wheat, non-vegetarian food, curry, and jholi, jhongura. So rajma, the state is very, very rich in pulses, and these are famous all over the country because most of these pulses are grown in organic areas where not much of fertilizers is in use, so they form very, very good food. Lot of fairs, festivals are celebrated throughout the state. Kumbh Mela every 12 years is held in this state. Nanda Devi Raj Jat Yatra, you might have heard about this. This is known as Himalayan Kumbh also, and this was held this year after a gap of 14 years. And this is a 290 kilometers of journey which is traversed through the high hilly regions. Festivals, Kumauni Holi, Ganga Dashara, Basant Panchami, Makar Sankranti, Ghi Sankranti, Vat Savitri. These are the festivals which are celebrated in the state. Char Dham Yatra, as all of you are aware, that Char Dham, as the country has Char Dhams in Badrinath, Dwarika, Puri, and Rameshwaram. So Uttarakhand, similarly, Uttarakhand also has Char Dhams, which are known as Gangotri, Jamunotri, Badrinath, and Kedarnath. And there is a very Muslim pilgrimage. There is a very famous pilgrimage, Piran Kalyar, which is hardly 5-6 kilometers from this place. Those of you who are interested to visit can visit. It is a very short distance from here. Sikh pilgrimages, Hemkund Sahib, the highest Gurdwara in the world, situated at a height of 4,000 meters from the sea level. Nanak Matta and Rita Sahib are the other famous Gurudwaras. Tibetan Buddhism, the mine rolling monastery in Dehradun, it's Buddha Stupa, described as the world's highest stupa. Flora and fauna. As I was telling you that 60%, 65% of the area of the Uttarakhand is under forest, and which constitutes 6% of the total forest area of the country. National parks, mainly Jim Corbett National Park and Rajaji National Sanctuary, Valley of Flowers in the Himalayas, Govind Pashu Vihar are the main parks, sanctuary, Askot and Govind Wildlife Sanctuary and Kedarnath Sanctuary. Mammals, there is a long list of mammals. I don't think any mammal is left out which are available in the country. One of the interesting things about the flora and fauna of the state is that the state is highly rich in the wildlife. You will find if you go across, Rajaji Park is situated only 40 kilometers from here. And I would like to show you some of the pictures which I have clicked. Almost every animal except lion is found in this sanctuary. And around 300 species of birds. You can see leopards, jungle cat, fishing cat, leopard cat. Even cats have lot of varieties. barking deer known as sambar, hog, cheetal, sloth, Himalayan black bears, Indian grey mongooses, yellow-throated mountains. These mountains are found in the higher Himalayas. Their throat is yellow and they resemble nebula in their shape. Elephant, marsh crocodiles, ghadials, turtles, river turtle, all you can see. Trees, there is a lot of variety of trees, both deciduous trees as well as the coniferous trees. Oaks, rhododendrons, coniferous, Cedrus deodara, Pinus longifolia, Shorea robusta. Shorea robusta is sal. When you enter Uttarakhand, you will find a very, very rich belt of forests right from the Himachal border to the Nepal border, and this is the sal forest. If you go higher up, at the altitude of 4,000 feet, you will find the pine forests. The pine is Pinus longifolia. And if you go after 6,000 feet, you will find Cedrus deodara, the deodara trees. And after that, fir and spruce at the height of around 8,000 feet. Once you reach the height of 11,000 feet, then the tree line diminishes. And the bugyals or the alpine meadows begin. When I'll show you the picture of this thing, you will be able to understand how at different elevation, the nature of vegetation changes. Something about the transport. The road network is around 20,508 kilometers. There are two airports, mainly the Jolly Grant Airport nearby, and the another is Pantanagar in Kumaon. Some other strips are also coming up, but they are not in use. They are still under development. The rail network, Dehradun, then Kathgodam, Kotdwara. The major landmarks, the major rivers, Ganga, Jamuna, Kali. Kali is on the border of Nepal and Uttarakhand. It forms the boundary of Uttarakhand and Nepal. Ganga and Yamuna, all you know. Alaknanda is a tributary. Alaknanda and Mandakini are the tributaries of Ganges. Major mountain ranges, the peaks, are Nanda Devi. Nanda Devi is the third highest peak in the world. And the Gauri Parvat, Gangotri peaks. I will be showing you some of these peaks. Yes. आ गए सर, वहीं आ गए सर, आ गए, बस ये 5 मिनट का है. ओके ओके ओके, चलिए आगे आगे. हेयर वी आर. थैंक्स. ओके ओके, टेकिंग a clue from you, we are there. I am showing you those places which I would like you to visit. And thanks for your patient hearing. Okay, be patient. You have 2 more days. These places you can visit, some of the lakes and reservoirs. You will say that you have also seen them in the encyclopedia, but if you come and see them, you will definitely like the colors. This was captured during the month of January, when the leaves turn red. Bhimtal is also nearby. There are 5-6 lakes around Nainital. If you go to Nainital, I am showing you 3 lakes, which are another. Tehri Dam reservoir has, you might have heard of Tehri Dam. It is situated on river Ganges. It is a 44 square kilometers huge lake where tremendous potential for boating exists. Nouakchott Tal is around, it is again near Nainital. Nachiketa Tal. Nachiketa was one of a very famous rishi during the one of the ancient sages. And this Tal is named after him. It is situated in Uttarkashi district. If you want to go there, then you have to go to Uttarkashi, and from there 36 kilometers lies in the north. This is Gandhi Sarovar. I don't know, have you heard the name of Gandhi Sarovar or not? Have you heard the name of Gandhi Sarovar? Let me tell you, this was a Sarovar, today it is not. Why? Because it is associated with the Kedarnath tragedy. In the year 2013, there was a massive cloud burst, and all of you are aware of the Kedarnath tragedy. This was the Tal. I visited this Tal in 2012, and I could see a lot of moraines. You can see the glaciers in the backdrop. So during the fateful day of 16th June 2013, these glaciers, they came down and broke the wall of this reservoir, and that turned into that catastrophe. So this was the place you could have visited 2 years ago, but today only the remnants are there. There is no lake. I was talking about the peaks. These are the only peaks which I visited. Some peaks I have not been able to visit. This is Shivling Peak. Let me tell you, this is near Gaumukh. You have heard the name Gaumukh. Gaumukh, the source of Ganga, from where the Ganges emerges, and this is situated on the right hand side of the river Ganges. Bandarpoonch is Yamuna emerges from the foot of these Bandarpoonch ranges. It is on the westernmost corner of Uttarakhand. And when I was talking to you about this first peak, Shivling Peak, this Bhagirathi peaks are very, very close to the Shivling Peak, and on the bottom is the Gaumukh. And if you want to go there, then you have to go to Uttarkashi. There is a place, Gangotri, and from Gangotri one has to trek 18 kilometers, and it is situated at the height of around 4,000 meters. Neelkant Peak, have you heard of Badrinath ji? So on the back side of the temple, this peak is situated. I had to click this picture at 4:30 a.m. in the morning when it was chilly night, against in the month of November, when the sun was rising, and that's why you can see it is golden. Thank you. Nanda Ghungti is another peak, and this is situated in district Chamoli. This year I was talking to you about Nanda Devi Raj Jat Yatra, and there is a Bedini Bugyal. You can see the meadows in the foreground. This is a Bugyal. I'll be showing you some of the pictures of the Bugyal. Bugyal starts after 10,000 feet, and for that you cannot reach by road to these places. I have to travel 18 kilometers on foot to reach this place, to see this peak. Wildlife, there is plenty. Some of these which I could click in the Rajaji National Park. Nearby, it is only 40 kilometers from here. Musk deer, जिसको कि कस्तूरी मृग भी बोलते हैं. This is the state animal of Uttarakhand, and this was taken in Asakot Sanctuary. The picture of tiger is not a very good picture, because this is a real picture taken in the wild, and there is a small story associated with it. When I went to the Rajaji Sanctuary and I asked them, is there any tiger? They said, no, we have not seen any tiger for years. So I was very sure that there is no tiger, so I went inside the jungle and I was resting against a stone. All of a sudden, there was pin drop silence. Normally, there is no silence in the woods. There is always chirping sounds, howling monkeys, and all that. Some or the other music is going on. But all of a sudden, there was pin drop silence, and I was just, sweating, what is happening? So I could not bear it anymore. I thought there is something wrong in this place, so better move out. So I started moving out. I saw one bush, one bird, and I entered that bush, and I just turned back and saw that some animal was drinking water in the water hole. And there I could see those dhariyan. And it was the distance was hardly, as Swami ji baithe hain jitne dur, the tiger was there, and I was just very close to the tiger, and my legs were trembling. And I didn't know what to do. You can see the jhadiyan because on both sides you can see that there are shadows of the. So I thought what to do now. I said, let me do my job. I have got the camera, let me click. So I took the first picture. When I took the first picture, the tiger was drinking water. It stopped drinking. The tiger heard the sound of the shutter and he started looking like this. Immediately I took the second picture. The tiger again looked like this. I clicked the third picture and then the tiger started looking into my eyes. This is the fourth picture. And then I thought, now what to do? I thought, now my job is over. Now it's tiger's turn to take over. So I came out of that bush and I looked back and the tiger had vanished. I just don't know, in 2 seconds the tiger vanished and I just moved out of this place. This is Corbett National Park, full of lot of wild animals and all that. They were captured there. The 4 dhams of the state, the Badrinath temple, one of the 4 dhams of the country. Kedarnath temple, where this is of course before the tragedy. The Gangotri temple. Gangotri temple is, it is 18 kilometers downstream of the Gaumukh. Sometimes people confuse with Gangotri and Gaumukh. So from this temple, one has to climb 18 kilometers to reach the Gaumukh. Yamunotri is the river from Gangotri. You can see that the river course. Bugyals, they are also known as alpine meadows. Again, if you want to visit this place, you have to trek, and you have to, from the roadhead, you have to travel around 15 to 20 kilometers. From 7,000 feet to 13,000 feet, there is a climb of around 6,000 feet. So there are a lot of such bugyals. One interesting thing about this bugyal is that the tree line is clearly visible. And once the tree line finishes, it is just like a bald head. Hairline recedes and the baldness starts. Similarly, you can see after the tree line, which is around 11,000 feet, after 11,000 feet, the bugyals start. And after 14,000 feet, the snow line starts. Then at 14,000, you won't find any grass or anything else. This is the last. This is Pamali Kata. It is in district Tehri Garhwal, and you have to go to Ghuttu Ghansali to reach this thing. This trek further goes. If you go further, take this trek, you can go and reach Kedarnath. This is Bedini Bugyal. Another, I was talking to you about Nanda Devi Raj Jat Yatra. This is one of the Padav in between. This Chopta Bugyal is from Kedarnath. If you are going to Badrinath ji, then en route you will find this thing on the way of Tunganath. These are the fairs, festival, the cultural dimension. The first picture. This is a dance of the Pindar Valley. And when the crops are ripe and they start this festival, where you can see that lot of grains, the rice, they are strewn all over the stage. This is a picture of Nanda Devi Raj Jat Yatra. Another picture of Nanda Devi Raj Jat Yatra. This is a Kumauni dance. The land. This is one of the villages in Tehri Valley, and you can see that terrace farming takes place in these villages. These are the people, the cultural, their dresses, the traditional dresses. You can see the nath, which is a very, very prominent in our places, almost this size. Modern destinations. As I was telling you, that after tourism, power industry is a very important industry of the state. This is a Tehri dam built across Ganges. It is now producing 1000 megawatt. And the downstream there is Koteshwar Dam, which is producing 400 megawatt. In all, the Tehri power complex is generating 1400 megawatts of electricity. Let me tell you, this is the 4th highest earth and rock filled dam in the world. This is the other side of the dam. This is 265 meters in height. And only when it is full, you can see now this spillway, this is known as the spillway. On the right hand side is the dam. And the spillway, when there is excess water in the reservoir, then it is evacuated through these spillways. So excess water is being evacuated. And when the Tehri Dam was built, since the Tehri Dam was located in a district headquarters, almost 125 villages and 5,000 families were evacuated. As a result, a new modern hill township was created, which is known as New Tehri Town. In the backdrop, you can see Bandar Poonch. Pilgrimages, as all of you know, this is a Lakshman Jhula and Rishikesh. And this is the picture of Haridwar, Hari Ki Paidi, during Kumbh Mela. There are 5 Prayags, very famous 5 Prayags. So this is the first Prayag, Dev Prayag, which is the confluence of Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. The next Prayag is Karn Prayag, a confluence of Alaknanda and Pindar. Then Rudraprayag, confluence of Alaknanda and Mandakini, which comes from Kedarnath. And this is the confluence of Nandakini and Alaknanda. And this is the Vishnu Prayag, Vishnu Ganga and Alaknanda. These are the Panch Prayags. Similarly, we have Panch Kedar and Panch Badri also. Some of the important places to visit in Dehradun: FRI, Forest Research Institutes, the 100-year-old building. And this is another shot of Mussoorie clicked last year. There was heavy snowfall. And these days, a lot of adventure sports activities are taking place in the state. River rafting in Rishikesh. Those of you who are interested in river rafting can come and take. Water skiing has recently been introduced. This year only, Government of Uttaranchal has introduced a lot of sports activity. This picture was clicked in Tehri Dam Reservoir, where water skiing has started recently. Even hot air ballooning has also been introduced. So a lot of adventure sports have started taking place in the state. Thank you. Thanks for bearing me.